Remember, this is just shy of 70 pounds. Big Eddie Hall, carrying the English flag with pride. 26 years old, over 1 meter 90, 165 kilograms. Well, only Hafþór Björnsson is heavier. Leaning back. Quite a good idea to do that. Just brings the weight closer to your body. Sucking the oxygen in here, Eddie Hall. Starting to lean further back. He's got to be careful. He might get told to put them down. He'll get one warning. He's got phenomenal shoulder power, Eddie Hall. You should see him strict press 200 kilos plus in the log. That doesn't always transfer over to the forward hold, but he's not doing badly. 40 seconds comes and goes. Well, what'll be the best here? Somewhere around the minute, I think. Maybe just over for the very best. Well, he didn't start brilliantly, but he's still hanging in there. 55 seconds. Come on, Eddie. A minute.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Digging in hard. A minute 5. This is magnificent from Eddie Hall. Referee steps in. Moster tells him to put it down. The side judge. 69 seconds.
From Iceland.
Big Hafþór Björnsson. Huge grin on his face here. In Merdeka Square. What a place for the Viking to show off his powers. Hafþór Björnsson. Hafþór is his full name. Underway with those massive arms. He's nearly 7 foot tall. Around about 2 meters, 5 centimeters, maybe 6, maybe 4, depending on what time of the day it is. When you're that big, you shrink as much as a couple of centimeters in a day. Now he's underway, 20 seconds so far.
20 seconds.
Well, he's only got involved a couple of times in the Champions League this year. Remember him back in Serbia, annihilating Irving Katona. Phenomenal power. He's won just about every contest he's entered this year. From Europe's strongest man to the world's strongest Viking. And he does not give up easily. 49 seconds. 360 kilograms in the hands, and it's Hafþór Björnsson who's up next against Maciej Belshak. Well, this will be interesting. Björnsson has a personal best around 420, Belshak around 390. And look at that, Belshak really struggling. Can't even get it off the ground for one. Gosh, I'm not sure this is 360 kilos, or if it is, it's a proper painful 360. And on this pivot, might be harder. Björnsson digging it out. Good stuff by the big Icelander. Well, he's got 6 reps. Belshak, it is just rooted to the ground. I'm really surprised by that. Looks like Belshak has gone off the boil at the end of the season. Well, I can tell you that is a proper 360 kilos. 6 reps for Björnsson, and they were hard. 0 for our Slovenian. Eddie Hall. Gosh, if it was a max weight, you'd back him. Repetitions. I think you'd have to give the nod to Wildauer here. Oh, we'll soon find out. Eddie Hall of England on the left, Wildauer on the right, and Hall looks the more powerful of the two with the first rep. A little bit stuttery there from Wildauer, but he can grind a rep out like no man. Eddie Hall keeps it slow and steady, 4 apiece. Up goes Wildauer for 5. Remember, Caron 7, Björnsson 6, Zagaris 5. They're the targets. 5 apiece, and Wildau sneaks in 6. 20 seconds to go. Has Eddie Hall, with that newly acquired bulk, got the fitness anymore? Good effort. Really good effort. Hall's on 6-2. He's equal Björnsson.
5 seconds to go.
One more to equal Carroll and Wildau. Time is out. So Wildau and Carroll first equal on 7. Hall 6 equal reps with Björnsson. Thor Björnsson. Well, he's starting to look younger than he did 5 years ago when he came onto the strongman scene. He was so heavy then, 205, 210 kilos body weight, and goodness, that was a slip, wasn't it? Will it affect the man who's the favorite for this event? He looks like he's in an awful truck pulling position, almost totally upright. But remember, he's 180 odd kilos, and it's all muscle. Towards the finish line, he's annihilated the others. Event to Björnsson. Only man under 30 seconds. Well, Eddie Hall still to come. Then JF Caron and Martin Wildau. So big Eddie Hall carries loads of bulk, has a famously, well, average fitness levels. Or has he? This season he's turned it on in a few events. So maybe the old days of static, stiff Eddie are over. Digging in. He's got the rock climbing boots on. Seems a little bit inefficient there. Wobbling around a little bit. And Björnsson's 28 seconds. That's come and gone. Then Blakaitis at 31. Hansen 31. Radzikovski 32. Zageris 33. Hall falls outside all of them. Eddie Hall. Wait for this. This could be a real treat. Who am I looking at, he says. Now, JF Caron, this is perhaps his one weakness. This is why he may never be a world champion, is he's just not a great log presser, Eddie Hall. To the shoulders, I bet he just strict presses it. Wah, look at that. Hall has that raw power like Zaviskis. Same kind of athlete, just wild shoulder power. Number 3 from Caron, and he's doing well to keep close to Hall here. As Eddie Hall moves towards 6. Maybe he'll get up towards 7 or even 8 and take the lead. Caron drives to the legs again. He's one of the few men who've been able to really use their legs in these wet conditions. 7 reps. Can Eddie Hall get another one? He's got 4 seconds. Come on, Ed Hall. To go to 8. And he gets the down signal. Well, that clock isn't always representative of exactly what the whistle is, and he's been given it. He's been given it, Hall. So good news for the Englishman. Big Thor. Loving life. Now, wouldn't you if you were a Hollywood star? He's Mountain in Game of Thrones, the series. That's right. Quite appropriate, the name Mountain. Now, Radzikovski. He is getting very close to getting that world title again. And he's quick in the shoulders. Once he gets it up, Radzikovski can press anything. Thor, of course, he's sending that log up to basketball rim height. He's such a big guy. Did you just see the way Radzikovski pressed that overhead? It's ridiculous. And he's done a 215 kilo maximum log, Radzikovski on the right-hand side of the pole. Thor Björnsson holds the Icelandic record at 200 kilos. And he's good at reps. He's so fit. 5 and 5. Radzikovski on 6. Hunting down Eddie Hall. 15 seconds to go. Thor's not going to beat Hall or equal him. I don't think. Radzikovski might, but In this humidity, he's burnt out. And look at this, Björnsson! What a steal in the final second. That is just him all over. Such a battler. Radzikowski 7-2. Well, I think Radzikowski could make the argument that if he hadn't had that tricep surgery, he could well have been champion. Then again, this man could make a good argument too if he wasn't off filming Game of Thrones. That's right, Mr. Hollywood Björnsson. He is Mountain in Game of Thrones, a very suitable name. A suitable character as he is a giant, Björnsson. 2 meters, 5 centimeters, 6'9", and those long strokes, those big pulls here, reeling in the truck. I'm not sure he's as quick as Wildau, you know. Surely Björnsson will win this. He wins pretty much every truck pull the other way with a harness, leaning forward. He's perfectly built. He's a giant man, big mitts. You know what? He's not going to beat Wildau. This is amazing. It just shows you how impressive Wildau's pull was. One-legged as well. My goodness. In fact, he's going to be behind Katona, I think. Björnsson, I think, just a little exhausted at the end here. Perhaps the heat for the Icelander has taken it out of him. Enjoying himself, though. 57 seconds. Well, just one man to go and this competition is over. Eddie Hall, Thor Björnsson, they're the two battling it out for the #1 position in this grand final. But let's not forget, a bit like the Formula One, like a championship of national football teams, it's all about the league. You have to perform week in, week out, Grand Prix in, Grand Prix out. And Eddie Hall has only managed to make it to a few. This guy, well, he's cheering for Eddie to do well here. He wants him to go ahead of Radzikowski's. Well, he only did a few meters, didn't he? Once Eddie Hall goes ahead of him, I think it'll absolutely guarantee Wildau the win. And he knows it. That yellow leader's jersey will turn into the golden crown of Strongman. Eddie Hall, he's not exactly known for his fitness. He is wildly strong in the static.
Come on, Eddie, come on. Does he have enough time?
And what will the points be between Björnsson and Hall? This is going to be fascinating. Two interesting battles here. Radzikowski and Wildau for the overall world title in the SCL. When is Wildau going to wake up and realize he's got a rather traumatic injury to his leg? Hall wraps it around his waist. Another half meter or so. And I'm pretty sure he's ahead of Radzikowski there. Wildau's not sure. Nobody's sure. No one knows what's going on with the points. We'll have to wait and see. 7.1 meters. Therefore, Björnsson wins by virtue of countback, equal with Eddie Hall. Radzikowski third. So overall in the grand final, Radzikowski gets the bronze medal. Eddie Hall, the silver. He'll be frustrated that he lost on countback. It's always an annoying way to lose. Equal on points, less first, less seconds. It's done in that order. This giant of a guy, Europe's strongest man, world's strongest Viking, now grand final winner in the SCL. Look how big he is.